Hello, Michael here with Felicity, November 8033 Foxtrot, Cessna flight training device that I built here at home. I'm trying pre-flight a little bit differently today. Hopefully everyone can see me and hear me alright. Scotty the Hottie, WestJet 1450 already on board. Hello. Going for our CAT-11 rating again. I attempted it a few days ago and I failed. I thought I had it, it was a Bravo to Bravo, pretty straightforward, and I failed on an instruction. And it's just something I'd never heard. I've heard the term before, but I didn't necessarily put the two and two together. And the instruction was fly runway heading, make a left turn at the departure end of the runway. So automatically in my mind, okay, I'm flying on that runway heading away from the airport. That's the first thing that set into my mind. In hindsight, and going back and looking at my flight video from that day, I'm not lying if I said that I was probably 700 feet above the ground and still over the runway. And I was thinking to myself, like, man, I should be making my crosswind departure by now. And I looked out the window and I was still over the runway. But then I heard that first command, fly runway heading, so there I was flying runway heading way past the departure end of the runway. I think I was probably thinking, left out of the departure corridor or something along those lines, because I've never been in that position where I just turn right off the end of the runway. So that was new and different and definitely a learning experience. And after going back and reading the definition of departure end of the runway and asking some questions, I've got a better understanding of the direction and the reasoning behind it. I mean, this is a big airport, and I'm in a little plane. So I'm sure they don't want me any longer than there any longer than need be. But I'm sure they also want to, keep me safe too. For example, if I were to, be airborne and, make a crosswind departure at 700 feet, that would probably put me right here at midfield. But if they have landing traffic coming in here at 25 left, they probably don't want me flying runway heading too long. So at the end of that night, what I learned is that fly runway heading, turn left at departure end of the runway. From the time I take off to the end of that runway, that's my fly runway heading. And then there's my departure end of the runway. So that's what I took from that. And at that point, just for time, I circled back around and landed. Am I going to pass this one? I hope, with that new information, but am I going to run into another thing that I don't know? There's a good possibility. I will say that Pilot Edge has these great training. Let me pull this up here. Great training available. And I read over these pages. They even have a video that you can watch. I don't watch the video, and the reason being why is I feel like if I watch the video and hear all the exact dialogue, then I could probably pass them on the first try. Sugar Dunkerton, howdy and welcome. We're just pre-flighting our CAT-11 here, and what I took away from the first attempt, and what we're hopefully gonna not mess up on this one. But I may run into another instruction that I don't know, because again, I'm a very old student pilot that doesn't have a CFI, and everything I learn is by some of these mistakes that I'm making. And that's why I don't watch these videos that they have available, simply because I want to see what I already know, and if I fail, then I fail, and then I will try again, going in knowing more. So that's kind of our plan. Our flight today is going to be from Los Angeles down to San Diego. We are going from a Class Bravo to a Class Bravo. Very tricky airspace. Probably going to be using some flyways. I may get down to San Diego here, and I may not be able to get an airspace transition, and I'll have to have a plan so I can use these flyways to navigate through that Bravo until I can get in there to land. But my plan is just grab flight following at Los Angeles, and hopefully just get right in there and good to go. I did go ahead and put about 250 pounds of fuel in each wing, so we got plenty of fuel. All right. I still have all of our frequencies written down from the last one, so we will grab some updated weather information and see what we can do. Alright, let's go to the plane. I'll see you there. Alright, glad to see you made it on board. Welcome aboard, Felicity. It's kind of different doing pre-flight outside of the plane. I think I might have to do that more often. Okay. Alright, we are pretty close. Are we going to be able to even turn around in here? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and just tow us back just a bit before we go too far. Parking brake off.
see anybody over around. Alright, that ought to give us enough room. Alright, so we are on the ground here. Los Angeles, and Charlie 3, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Charlie 10. So that's going to put us on the South Complex, and I learned this from the other day. There's so many ground and tower frequencies here. Three different grounds, 3 different towers, and it's based on your position at the airport. Is what I'm gathering. North Complex, South Complex. So when we contact ground, we're technically South Complex. So we're going to be 121.75. ATIS will tell us if we need to contact clearance delivery or ground. And I also learned that we're going to turn into the arrival ATIS, not the departure ATIS. Alright. Let's go ahead and get connected to our Pilot Edge network. Type T210, correct. Alright, connect.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
There we are. Let's get started up. Alright. Pre-flight and walk around has already been done. 250 pounds of fuel in each wing. It's roughly about 42 gallons per wing. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to move right along to our interior checklist. Passenger brief, CAT-11 with Pilot Edge, Los Angeles to San Diego. Bravo to Bravo. Tech time, a whopping 1.5. Let me get my frequency sheet back up here. Okay. Circuit breakers are all in. Alternate static is off. Start checklist, seat track. Let's get scooted up here. Okay, reach the pedals. Flight controls. Alright. Avionics are off. Our autopilot is currently off. Cow flaps going to open. Mixture at full rich. Prop is currently high. Brakes on. Master on. Beacon. fuel pump. Alright, and then max to start. Clear. Clear on the left. Looks clear on the right. Clear in front. Alternator going on. Alright, we do have engine rotation, oil pressure in the green, oil temperatures coming up. Let's turn our landing light on for safety. Alright, pre-taxi checklist, seat belts. Seat belts on. Flaps are up. Not gonna worry about the heat, it's pretty warm. Avionics going on. Parking brake set for now. Okay. Need to get some weather information and we'll set our altimeter. But transponder, let's do this now. Let's mark VFR, mode Charlie. Alright. There's a good chance I'll be going over to VATSIM after this, yes, to meet up with the pilot club. Unfortunately I'm limited on availability to fly, and sometimes I have to try and combine things. So yeah, we'll see how time goes. But yeah, that is the plan. They are coincidentally flying into Southern California, just south of San Diego, where we're going. So best case scenario is I can catch up with them at the beginning of their flight or towards the middle. All right. ADIS Los Angeles, arrival 133.8.
Los Angeles.
Departing runways 24 left, 25 right. ILS runway 24 right and 25 left approach in use or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Alpha.
Alpha is current, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles International Airport. ATIS information Alpha. 2353 Zulu. Wind 230 at 15. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,500. Few clouds at 4,500. 1,000 scattered. 5,000 scattered. Temperature 23. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2997. Arriving runways 24 right, 25 left. Departing runways 24 left, 25 right. ILS runway 24 right and 25 left approach in use or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Alpha.
Alright, Alpha is current at Los Angeles. Heading. Yeah, probably gonna go. Yeah, do it. direct heading would be 132 degrees, which even if we take into account for the flyway, so could even say 130 degrees. But let's just, if we're just going to assume direct at 132 degrees, should be sufficient for the clearance. Okay. We are at Charlie 10. And we're going to have to contact clearance delivery, and that frequency is 120.35. While I'm here, I'm going to switch that over and go 123.45. Make that active. 123.45. Make that active. Last thing I need to do is reassign my push to talk button. Right, contact ATC. Alright, it is assigned, that's what we want. Okay. Active, active, we're going to come to on. Radio test. Gonna have to bring that audio volume down to avoid some modulation. Radio is 50%. Radio test. That's better. Alright, iServant again, I appreciate it, and thanks for the well wishes, and thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard, glad to have you. Alright. Well, the temperature has come up. So we're going to have to get a hold of clearance, Los Angeles clearance first, and we're going to tell them we're on the ground at Charlie 10, we're type Centurion 210 Turbo, slant golf, and we're looking for VFR departure, and what was it, 132 degrees. And yeah, we'll just say 5,500 feet. That's what we're gonna file. I won't be surprised if they tell me 2,500 on departure. But we're gonna file 5,500 feet. We're gonna request flight following to San Diego. And I'm gonna write down San Diego, because the other time I said San Francisco and I get all those San's confused. So I'm gonna spell it out. Alright. Okay, clearance was on 120.35, that's still on standby. We'll set that as active. I'm going to put ground on standby now, 121.4. And then here, let's see, I got ATIS, and then I'm going to put guard on standby. And we'll monitor that once we get airborne. Alright, we got everything we need to make our call. Oh, yeah, we need to inform we're on the CAT-11. Let's go ahead and file our flight plan. We're going to VFR. We're going to be type 210. November 8033 Foxtrot 210. Equipment code slant golf. True airspeed, we'll just say 160. Departure location Kilo Lima Alpha X-ray. Arriving location Kilo Sierra Alpha November. Is that correct? Kilo Sierra Alpha November, is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. Cruising altitude 5,500 feet. Alternate. Where are we going to go if the stove quits? Palomar looks like a good substitute if need be. Kilo Charlie Romeo Quebec. Route of flight, I'm just going to put VFR direct. Remarks, I'll just put thank you. We are using real world weather. Let me confirm real world weather. Alright, so what I'm going to do is use everything but our clouds. That'll give me winds and pressure. It just won't give me the cloud cover. We're going to be on a piloted trading flight, and we're going for our CAT-11. Alright, everything looks good there. File flight plan. We are connected using the exact same call sign, so we should be good to go there. And we do show traffic, so we do have a good connection to a pilot edge. Clearance 120.35. That's what we've got on there. Los Angeles clearance, November 8033 Foxtrot.
(8033) Foxtrot clearance.
Good evening, sir. We're type Centurion 210 Turbo Slant Gulf on the ground here at Charlie 10, looking for VFR CAT-11, departing 132 degrees, cruising 5,500 feet, and we'd like flight following to San Diego. Got Alpha.
8033 Foxtrot, Roger. I'll have a flight plan for you for the CAT-11. You want to file that and then call me back?
Flight plan does show filed successfully. We'll reattempt. November 8033 Foxtrot.
Yeah, nothing in the system for you there.
Alright, we're going to try this again. What alternate did we choose? So I can write it down this time. Kilo Charlie Romeo Quebec. Route of flight, VFR direct. Remarks. Alright, November 8033 Foxtrot 210/G. Let's try this again. Flight plan filed successfully.
Number 33 Foxtrot, I have it there now. Are you ready?
Affirmative, November 8033 Foxtrot.
33 Foxtrot, cleared out of the Los Angeles Bravo airspace. After departure, fly runway heading, then make a left crosswind departure at the shoreline until you exit the Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR at or below 2,500. Departure frequency 134.9er, squawk 2544.
Different one. Cleared out of the Class Bravo airspace to fly runway heading, a left crosswind departure on the shoreline until out of the Bravo at 2,500 or below, departure 134.9er, squawk 2544, November 8033 Foxtrot.
33 Foxtrot, read back correct.
Alright, so we're runway heading. So we're left crosswind departure at the shoreline. I know what that one means. Alright, we got our squawk code in there. Departure's 134.9er. We've got our clearance. So
John Wayne clearance X092 radio
so we'll
check.
go ahead and get over to ground.
Radio check, I missed the call sign, but it's loud and clear.
Which was 121.4. And then while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and get a. Actually, you know what? Let me just clarify this. We've got multiple grounds.
John Wayne clearance X092. Looking for VFR flight following to Palomar today. Cruising at 5,500. We have information after.
South Complex 121.75. That's what we want. 121.75. And then tower South Complex 120.905.
Sorry, Segan, the aircraft type?
Embraer 110 Slant Alpha.
Alright, so I'm gonna put ground on on active 121.75.
Yes, sir.
And then while I'm here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put tower on standby so that I have it 120.905. Our winds were 230. Well, let's go ahead and set heading indicator to compass.
X092, after departure, flighting 175. Maintain VFR at or below 5,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 1661.
On departure, fly heading 175. Maintain
I'm going to set
VFR
my heading bug
at or below 5,000. Departure frequency 128.1,
to the wind direction.
Squawk 1661. X092.
X092, be back right.
That simply gives me a visual on my
Hospital
takeoff
Tower,
roll.
Sky 149 Charlie Delta is clear 25 at Charlie. Like to reposition for some pattern work.
Ground 121.75, tower 120.95. And we're 2,500 until out of the Bravo. We have our squawk code in there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my run up sort of after we get our taxi instruction. I'll do my run up over this way, kind of away from you know, the active runway threshold. Right, 121.75, 121.75.
Hawthorne Tower, Skyhawk 149 Charlie Delta is clear 25 Charlie. I'd like to reposition for pattern work.
149 Charlie Delta, runway 25, taxi via Sierra and Alpha.
25 via Sierra Alpha, 149 Charlie Delta.
Los Angeles ground, November 8033 Foxtrot, ready to taxi with clearance.
Right, 033 Fox, Charlie, ground runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie 10 and Bravo.
Let's taxi runway 25 right via Charlie 10 and Bravo, November 8033 Foxtrot. Five right via Charlie.
Torrance ground, Cessna Cardinal.
Charlie 10.
November 982 November Charlie.
Bravo. Okay.
We're ready for
I know where we're going.
for departure. We'd like to get flight file 1 to Baker.
Parking brake is off.
0 Oscar 2.
Let's spin around to the right. It's a bit more open.
Aircraft with the flight following request to Baker. I missed the first 10 words, which are probably the most important. I need that whole request again.
Alright.
Torrance ground, this is Cessna 982 November Charlie.
I'd love to clear enough behind me. I'll do my run-up right here.
And we'd like to get flight following there at 9,500. We're at 177 slant Golf. And we do have Papa.
Our brakes are on.
November Charlie, Torrance ground, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 2612.
128.1, 2612.
Fuel is on the left tank. Trim is set for takeoff.
Hawthorne Tower, Skyhawk 149,
Flight
Charlie Delta,
controls.
short 25
Down on the
Alpha,
right,
ready
up
for
on the left,
takeoff,
down on the left,
remain
up
in
on the
pattern.
right. Elevator, ready.
November Charlie, reback correct, runway 29 right, taxi
Fuel
via Alpha
responsive.
Juliet.
Alright, mixture's full rich.
29 right via Alpha.
1700, here we go.
149 Charlie Delta, Hawthorne Tower, left close, traffic approved, report midfield down 1 each time, runway 25 cleared for takeoff.
25 clear for takeoff, report midfield each time, and sorry to cut you off. 149 Charlie Delta.
That's okay.
Left mag, there's my drop.
John Wayne ground, X192 is over at the west ramp, ready
Right
to taxi.
mag, there's my drop. Cycle the prop.
X092, John Wayne ground, squawk 1661, please.
1661, X12, sorry about that.
Alright, suction's in the green, oil temperature, oil and pressure, both looks good. Got good manifold pressure. I still need to work on the fuel flow gauge to be inaccurate as far as color representation goes. It's a custom gauge I'm working on. But all the other instruments are looking good right now. We'll go ahead and power back. Alright, yep, run-up checklist was good. Throttle friction, let's make sure that's good. Feels good there. Alright, pre-takeoff. We're not quite there yet. In fact, I'm just taking another quick spin around. Alright, doesn't look like I'm gonna hold anybody up for just a minute. I'm gonna take a quick break, pilot comfort, and I'll be right back.
John Wayne ground, X192, squawking 1661.
Parking brake is on.
X192, runway 20
Lean
right,
it out a little,
taxi via
we're sitting
Bravo
here.
and Lima.
And I will be right
20
back.
right via Bravo, Lima X192.
Hawthorne Tower, Skyhawk 149 Charlie Delta, mid-left, downwind 25, touch and go.
Charlie Delta, runway 25, cleared for the option.
25, cleared for the option, 149 Charlie Delta.
Alright, sorry about that. Had to say goodbye to the first officer there. Okay. Alright, parking brakes back off. We've got our taxi clearance. We are taxiing 25 right via Charlie, Charlie 10, and Bravo.
St. Louis Tower says 3732 Fox at the east ramp, departing to the south at 3500, CAT-4 attempt.
3732 Fox, St. Louis ground, runway 29er taxi by Alpha.
Well, that's not Bravo, that's still Charlie.
Runway 29, taxi Alpha, 32 Fox.
Those taxi signs need to be moved closer over this way, I think. The sign for Bravo is all the way over there. Five right.
Fullerton ground, November 4590 Sierra Yankee, at the helipad 6, with the whiskey.
He did not give me an intersection,
run up.
so I'm assuming we're going all the way to the end. Last time I was 25 right at Foxtrot, but he did not give me an intersection.
Or 459 Sierra Yankee,
we're going to go all the way down to the threshold.
Run up via Bravo, November 459 Sierra Yankee.
San Francisco clearance, KLM 319, IF4 to San Francisco.
KLM 319, LA clearance cleared at the San Francisco Airport, summer 2 departure, stoked transition, NS filed, climb via CITIC, set maintain 5,000, departure frequency 125.2, squawk 7031.
KLM 319, cleared to San Francisco, summer 2, start the transition as filed, climb via CITIC, set maintain 5,000. 125.2 on the frequency, 7031 on the box.
KLM 319, read that correct.
Hawthorne Tower, Sky 149 Charlie Delta, 45 degrees, beam, runway 25 for full stop.
On Charlie Delta, runway 25, clear to land.
25 clear to land with 149 Charlie Delta. St. Louis Tower, Cessna 3732 Fox, ready for takeoff, runway 29.
3732 Foxtrot, St. Louis Tower, left downwind departure approved, runway 29 clear for takeoff.
Yes, this is a long runway.
Cleared for takeoff, departure approved, 32 Fox.
Lost.
25 left. Departing runways 24 left, 25 right. ILS runway 24 right and 25 left approach in use or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Alpha.
Alright, Alpha's still current. Runs are still 230.
Hawthorne Tower, Sky 149 Charlie Delta, clear 25 with Charlie, parking straight ahead.
And Charlie Delta, roger taxi, straight into the ramp.
Straight into the ramp, 9 Charlie Delta, thanks.
Yeah.
Left crosswind departure at the shoreline, out of below 2,500 to out of the Bravo. Alright, got tower inactive. Let's get departure on standby, 134.9er. Hey, we made it down here to the threshold. Alright, tower 120.95. We already went there. It sounds quiet. Los Angeles Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot, runway 25 right, ready.
8033 Foxtrot, Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25 right, November 8033 Foxtrot. Rich.
Torrance Tower, Cessna 982 November Charlie,
Strobes going
ready
on.
at 29 right.
982 November Charlie, Torrance Tower, right downwind departure, approved, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, doors and windows
Right
are
downwind
closed.
departure, 29 right, clear for
Strobes are
takeoff.
on, landing lights
982
on.
November Charlie.
Alright, I think we're good to go. Alright, center line is stabilized, full power. Rudder to maintain center. More rudder. Airspeed's coming on live. Let's go ahead and rotate.
Pull us on ground, November
We do have positive climb rate.
459 Sierra Yankee, go ahead.
So I was wondering,
Hit the brakes and stop those wheels from turning and get that gear up.
Long Beach on the north side.
459 Sierra Yankee, I can work on it.
Appreciate it, and ready to taxi to runway 24.
Wow, that wind noise is terrible.
Sierra Yankee, runway 24, taxi by Bravo.
See if I can do something about that.
24 by Bravo, on that Yankee.
Looks to be about the shoreline to me. Let's make our crosswind.
Fullerton Tower, November 459 Sierra Yankee, holding short at Bravo 24.
459 Sierra Yankee, Fullerton Tower, on course approved, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, thank you, November 459 Sierra Yankee.
8033 Foxtrot, radar contact, fail.
1,000, climbing 2,500.
Yeah. 33 Foxtrot, leaving Los Angeles, Bravo airspace, now contact with the South Bridge.
I'm sorry, could you repeat November 8033 Foxtrot?
33 Foxtrot, you're leaving the Bravo, contact SoCal Bridge.
Early departure, November 8033 Foxtrot. What's up with this wind noise? That's a reality expansion pack thing. See if I can adjust that. Sound, aircraft exterior, aircraft interior. Let's just try that. Environmental. I guess it's better than nothing. Departure.
08.
SoCal approach, November 8033 Foxtrot. Correction, Los Angeles approach, November 8033 Foxtrot. Sorry for the late check-in, 1,200, climbing 2,500.
Right, 033 Foxtrot, SoCal departure, roger, Zimo navigation and altitude.
Resume mode navigation and altitude, November 8033 Foxtrot. So I was right, SoCal approach, not Los Angeles approach.
November 14008, turn left heading is 050 and descend to maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS for my 8 approach.
Turn left 050 and descend and maintain 3000 till established on the localizer. Cleared on the ILS runway 08 14008.
Man, that wind noise is still awful. Doesn't seem that I can do much about that wind noise. Hey, environmental. Great, that was it. Alright, let me get up to my altitude. I think I just busted that delta. Yep, sure did. I was hoping to be higher before I crossed that.
One 14008 contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
118.7 14008. Burbank Tower, Cessna 14008 at 3000, established on the ILS approach, request ILS, runway 08.
14008, you're still with approach and you're cleared for the ILS 8, contact the tower.
Sorry about that.
Scenery wise today we're using Orbix True Earth, California. With the low object settings because there's a lot of objects here, and when I turn it up any higher it really bogs the system down. But fortunately I am pulling 30 frames per second currently. about 85 miles from San Diego if we go direct. That's one thing I do need to put in here is a cylinder head temperature gauge for the 210 and the 182. I just realized that there's not one on this panel for that.
November 33 Foxtrot, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
SoCal approach 128.1, November 8033 Foxtrot.
225 Hotel Lima, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, contact Palomar Tower 118.6.
SoCal approach November 8033 Foxtrot 3200, climbing 5500.
8033 Foxtrot, SoCal approach, John 1 altimeter 2996.
9906, 8033 Foxtrot.
November 5 Hotel Lima.
5 Hotel Lima here.
Radar service terminated, squawk VFR, contact tower 118.6.
Squawk VFR, contact tower 118.6, 5 Hotel Lima.
You're going to watch this Charlie here. We're going to be just on the outside of that. But at 5,500 feet, we're going to be about 100 feet higher than that outer ring.
Test 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, test out.
Alright. Set a course 124. us on a direct heading there. Let's go grab this flyway. Which looks like it runs just parallel with the coast, more or less at 5,500. I do IFR. I did it a lot previously in the vet sim. I will be doing a lot of instrument flights here as I transition through some of this next phase of training. But night operations, I do fly this thing at night, and I don't know if I think we've tried it before, but at night it really kind of makes it difficult for the viewers, you guys, to see, just due to unfortunate glare and reflections. I mean, I'm willing to try it one evening, no problem with that. From my perspective, night flying is really neat. Well, we may have to do a night flight at some point in time then.
SoCal departure, Cessna 982 November Charlie 3000.
Alright, November Charlie, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Alright, so southeast, and about 4,500, northwest is 6,500, will be 5,500, so we'll be alright. And about 4,500, so we should be fine on most of this flyway. I don't use rotor trim often in the 210, but sometimes it comes in handy. There's an aircraft coming in below us. There's gonna be one. Probably gonna have visual on one coming up here soon, just to our 1 o'clock. Maybe too high to see. Alright, a little higher than 5,600, let's get down to 5,500. So let's see, we'll be under about 4,500 there, and then we'll be below that shelf there. I'm sure we'll be in contact with San Diego approach by then. Is that San Diego approach? I know I wrote it down. I knew it was Lindbergh ground, Lindbergh tower. Sorry, it's SoCal approach, so we're still SoCal. And so, I mean, it looks like essentially we just parallel the coast. Alright, if we can't get in there for whatever reason, let's see, we'll put 5,500, we will be under this outer shape, shelf. We'll be under that next one. And then, if I'm looking at this correctly, if I'm understanding, this blue area here is still the VFR flyway. So it looks like we should be good 3,500 through 4,500 through there, and still be VFR and not bust the Bravo. Alright, I think we got this. Get 2 drones coming at me, 5,000 plus 50, no, that's 500 feet above. The evening that I failed my CAT-11, my first attempt, after I took out for Los Angeles, just decided to go over to Compton and land, and there were a lot of these drones flying about, and I was making my traffic calls on Unicom like I should, and normally, and I announced my downwind and base, you know, chose the active runway based on the winds, and I'm on final approach, and there's a drone coming in the opposite runway. Unfortunately, it was coming in the left runway, so I was able to kind of shoot to the right and go around. And then when I switched it up, switched up my pattern, thinking the drones were taking the other runway, yeah, guess what? He landed on the runway I initially landed on, so yeah, that was fun.
Latitude November Charlie, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
(135.4) 982 November Charlie. SoCal approach, Cessna 982 November Charlie, 5,500.
982 November Charlie, SoCal approach, hello, Ontario, altimeter 2994.
904, 982 November Charlie.
Don't see any traffic in the immediate vicinity. Some situational awareness. At 5,500 feet, looks like we would be able to make the coastline should we need to if something were to happen. Flying with Mike, welcome and thanks for the raid, buddy. Welcome, raiders. On this is our second attempt and our CAT-11 rating, Pilot Edge Network, about halfway between Los Angeles and San Diego. So welcome, and again, Mike, thanks for the raid. I'm going to switch over to the right fuel tank now, so let me turn the fuel pump on. Switch tanks, turn fuel pump off. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, appreciate it. We will try to have a safe landing. That's the goal. If I say hold on, we might have an issue. And we're above 4,500, alright, we're still good.
November 8033 Foxtrot, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
SoCal approach 119.6, November 8033 Foxtrot. SoCal approach November 8033 Foxtrot, 5,500.
November 8033 Foxtrot, SoCal approach San Diego, altimeter 2997.
9997, November 8033 Foxtrot. Alright, at this split here, 6,500 and below. I guess it gives me the, oh, there's the arrows. Alright, so we want the right one. We want the path on the right. Okay, because those are going that way. Alright, so we need this right hand blue arrow. That should be the path going southbound. 38 miles away from San Diego. Let's get ATIS on standby. It's 134.8. Huh. Alright, that's about all we can do for now. When we get closer, we'll pull that ATIS information.
Over departure, KLM 319, level 5000. KLM 319. KLM 319, SoCal departure, squawk 7031. 7031, squawk 319. KLM 319, radar contact 17 miles southeast of Ventura VOR, Clement maintain, flight level T30, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5. 135.5 and climb up to 230, KLM 319.
My aircraft performance today seems a little bit off. Not sure why. I'll have to get it looked at. Like it's lacking power.
KLM 319, Los Angeles Center, Roger.
Miles out. We'll try and grab ATIS about another 10 miles or so. I don't think we'll be able to get it just yet.
Field, ATIS information Quebec, 0051 Zulu.
Maybe.
Wind 280 at 10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1000. Few clouds at 10,000. Temperature 24. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29907. Arriving and departing runway 27. Visual, RNAV, and localizer runway 27 approach in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignment, hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec.
Let's see who that is though. Is that what?
San Diego International
right.
Bird Field, ATIS information Quebec, 0051 Zulu. Wind 280 at 10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1000. Few clouds at 10,000. Temperature 24. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29907. Arriving and parting runway 27. Visual, RNAV, and localizer runway 27 approach in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Alright, Quebec is current. Uh, 280 at 10. So they haven't really changed much since our departure out of Los Angeles. Maybe about 5 degrees and 5 knots. Altimeter is about the same. $35 to 4,500. Let's go ahead and start a descent. Yeah. Let's start a descent. Full bridge, pop in, power back. Alright, Quebec was current at San Diego. Miles out. since we are heading southeast, we'll figure 3,500 is what we want to be at.
CAT-11 319, I see that. Contact LA Center 133.2. CAT-11 319, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 320.
$1,800 to 3,200 and 6,800 at 10,000 is that shelf there. This is some really creative airspace down here. We are 16 miles away from our final destination for the CAT-11 rating. And just to try and stay ahead, and this could change, but let's go ahead and put Lindbergh Tower on 118.3 and stand by. I don't expect to get another handoff not being this close, except a tower. We're going to expect runway 27 at San Diego. Looks like we do have some glider operations, so we need to be diligent about keeping an eye out for those.
We're 92 November Charlie, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Say again for 982 November Charlie.
For 982 November Charlie, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
126.35, 982 November Charlie.
November 8033 Foxtrot, contact Lindbergh Tower 118.3.
Lindbergh Tower 118.3, November 8033 Foxtrot. Lindbergh Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot.
8033 Foxtrot, Lindbergh Tower.
Good evening. We're about 10 miles northwest to land. I've got Quebec on board.
33 Foxtrot, roger. Cleared into the Bravo Airspace Center, a right downwind, runway 27, report midfield.
Cleared into the Bravo, right downwind, runway 27, report midfield, November 8033 Foxtrot. Right.
Number clearance delivery, good evening. 1248 Lima IFR to Chino tonight.
1248 Lima, Lindbergh clearance. Good evening, clear to the Chino Airport. After departure, fly heading 310. Expect radar vectors, Ocean 5 VOR, then as filed. Maintain 3000, expect 6000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 3352.
124 Lima, clear to Chino via flight heading 310, radar vectors ocean side as filed 3000, 6005, departure 119.6, 3352 to squawk.
4 Lima, be back, correct.
Number ground, Cessna 124 Lima, signature taxi Quebec.
124 Lima, Lindbergh ground, turn your transponder on, please.
4 Lima, how about that? Here we go.
4 Lima, thanks. Runway 27, taxi Juliet Charlie.
Juliet Charlie, taxi 27, 1248 Lima.
Alright, I've got the airport in sight. We're going to enter the right downwind runway 27 and call midfield. Get down to our pattern altitude, about 500 feet more to go.
33 Fox, runway 27, clear to land, the wind 280 at 10.
Clear to land, runway 27. We were just about to report midfield, November 033 Foxtrot.
November Technical Assessment 124, Lima's ready for takeoff, 27 full.
248 Lima, roger traffic, midfield right downwind for 27, runway 27, clear for takeoff, the wind 280 at 10.
And 27 clear for takeoff, 124 Lima.
Alright, beam the numbers. San Diego. Alright, cowl flaps are open.
Before Lima, connect SoCal departure.
Let's get our gear down.
124 Lima, switching departure. Good night.
Flaps 10. Displace threshold. Alright, where can I get off here and not mess up? Alright, I don't see a runway I'll accidentally cross over. I don't see a taxiway I shouldn't be on. Let's just exit left here where we can. Bravo 6. Lindbergh Tower, November 033 Foxtrot, Alpha 27, holding short on Bravo 6.
33 Foxtrot, and fly Bravo, monitor ground 123.9er, pass for the CAT-11.
Monitor ground 123.9er and pass on the CAT-11. Thank you, November 033 Foxtrot. Two 3.9er. Monitor that. Well, sweet. we passed. And we'll just go park over here somewhere on the east ramp, kind of out of the way. Alright, this looks like a good spot. Kind of out of the way, looks like. Alright, well, there we are. Parking brake on. Avionics going off. All our lights going off. Make sure to lean. Mags to off and master to off. Alright, well there we are, past our CAT-11. It is too late for us to join the pilot club for their event. So let's go to Alaska. We're going to go to the base of Redoubt Volcano. We're going to go to Redoubt Mountain Lodge, Alaska. I missed the place. I want to head back there for a bit. So we're going to disconnect from Pilot Edge.
Disconnected.
We're going to switch aircraft to our float plane. Clear this flight plan out real quick. Actually, let me just screenshot this route. We're going to Redoubt Mountain. Let's see if we can depart out of Drift River. That's not gonna be it. Looks like a helipad. Huh? It's got a runway. It's got a gravel runway, but it's got a runway. We'll take it. Alright, gonna take a short break when this is loading up. We'll be right back. Stream is delayed a lot. That's awful. I'm not sure why. I've tried everything that I can think of. So I'll have to look into that. Yep, we're gonna start a new flight. are in Drift River, Alaska. In my 182 float plane, amphibious float plane that I developed. There she is. Alright, and I need to do something with the control here real quick. Let's see, joystick. We need to make that a water rudder. Water rudder down, engage. Now we need to make this a water rudder up. Disengage. And of course I got them backwards. Water rudder down, up, down, up. Alright, we got our water rudder working. Yep, we are using, it's based off the Coronado 182, our float plane that we're using. I developed it off of Whip Air's float plane model. Whip Air has some STCs out for the 182. And I do apologize about the stream delay. I don't know what's going on with that over the last week or so. Let's just get started up here. Let's just go fly. We're not going to be on any network. We're not going to be talking to any ATC. Alright. Master on. Beacon on. Throttle to rich. Brakes on. Fuels on both. Clear. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Alright. Oil pressure's in the green. Oil temperature needs to come up just a bit. About 25 miles. It shouldn't take us too long to get there. Parking brake off. Avionics going on. Heading indicator to compass. Field elevation here is 30 feet. 122.7.
traffic, tow plane 87 Juliet with a glider in tow 3 miles west of the field, heading northbound, climbing out of 3.8 for Brook.
That's the common frequency. Alright. There's probably not going to be an ATIS anywhere near here. Two 901. So that's about what I had it there. Yeah. Alright. Parking brake is off.
Traffic Cessna 734, Ski November is clear of the active.
Alright, we're gonna back taxi down here.
Traffic Jerk 68 Tango back taxi 35.
Traffic, here is 412 Charlie Papa, departing 17, this is westward turnout.
Traffic 115 Tango Alpha is turning crosswind 17.
This one does not turn on a dime on the gravel. Yes, this version of Drift River is custom, so it's not going to be the default one. I love Alaska. I do a lot of flying in Alaska. I've lived up there, so I do have a lot of custom airports that I've done and have been done for the Alaska area, including where we're going. You won't find this in X-Plane either. You will find it on the X-Plane.org store. Redoubt Mountain Lodge, and I was honestly surprised somebody got to model it before I did. So yeah, so that's where we're headed. Drift River. Traffic November 8033 Foxtrot is taking runway 23 west departure Drift River. Full power. Alright, airspeed's coming alive, let's rotate. I don't think I have the center of gravity quite in line where it needs to be on takeoff. It's a bit tail heavy. May need to do some more work on it.
115 Tango, final, 17.
Gear up.
Yes, 192, Bravo. We are 10 to the northwest, inbound, straight in landing 17.
So where we're going, Redoubt Mountain Lodge is part of Lake Clark National Park up in Alaska. We're actually going to be landing on Crescent Lake.
Bravo, Sierra, 5 mile final for 17.
Redoubt Volcano is directly ahead of us. It is a dormant volcano. There hasn't been much activity at Redoubt lately. Oops, I just realized I still have my Pilot Edge overlay on. I think they'll be alright. I'm not connected to any network right now. So the Redoubt Mountain Lodge where we're going, I lived at as a caretaker at for a while, many years ago before it sold. Responsible for keeping bears away from the septic tanks they had there. Alaska is a beautiful place to fly. Even some of the default scenery is decent for Alaska, but to really take benefit, if you're able to do ortho photos and get the elevation data, Alaska looks really, really good. Typically when we would come in, we'd follow the river up. We'd come in from Kenai, follow the river up to Crescent Lake. We may still go in that way. I don't know if I want to deal with this terrain. we can. Actually, for time, we probably should go direct. Alright, readout volcanoes now about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Its peak is at 10,197 feet. What we do is we're going to get over this ridge coming up here. We're going to drop down into the valley, and we'll follow the river west end. We'll follow the river west into Crescent Lake, which is at 600 feet. Redoubt Mountain Lodge is at the east end of the lake. So we're going to actually land west to east. We're gonna drop down in there. There's a glacier that is directly at our 12 o'clock. Kind of in between two mountain peaks. We'll go take a cruise by it. Alright, here we are, 4,500 feet. So this glacier, it's at our 12 o'clock. That's a picture of it in real life. And we'll do a further away photo of it. A bit further away. There's me, the beaver, coming in years and years ago. Used to take the boat from the lodge and ride it over and park it at the base of this basin here, and then hike up the creek up to the glacier. And when I would say it's an all-day adventure, it is literally an all-day adventure. $3,000 feet. We're gonna do a 180 right here over the water, and then we're gonna drop down to land. Alright, our gear is up. Flaps 10. Alright, 700 feet. 600 feet is our elevation. We're technically 1,000 over the water right now. I do have the lodge in sight. We're almost there. Alright. Our water rudder's up, our gear is up. Alright, let's step over to the launch. We got a boat in the water, let's go ahead and slow her down. Let's get that water rudder down. There we go. Welcome to Redoubt Mountain Lodge at the base of Redoubt Volcano within Lake Clark National Park. I really enjoy the work that whoever did this one put into it. If I were to change one thing, it would be the color of the roofs of the cabins. The cabins actually have green roofs from the sky. Yeah. Love being back here. Let's put our anchor out. Flaps up, avionics off. Tell you what, I'm just gonna go ahead and dock her. They even got the rocks in it. Yeah, this is great. Okay, water rudder up, landing gear down. So here we are, Redoubt Mountain Lodge. And like I said, if I could change anything about it, it would be the color of the roofs, because they're actually green. And the rooftops are green because grass has grown on top of the rooftops of the cabin. The reason we do that is the rooftops of the cabins are metal, and the last thing a guest wants to hear when they're trying to sleep is a bunch of rain dropping on the metal roof of a cabin they're trying to sleep in. So grass is planted on the tops of the cabins to keep the rain noise down from the guests that would stay there. This is the front of the lodge. On top of this stilt thing is where I would keep the trash, because it was the only place I could put it to keep the bears away. WestJet buddy, thanks for sticking around. Appreciate you as always. It is not private scenery. I can post it in the Discord in the scenery channel, and you are welcome to grab it from there. I don't know if I'll be able to get to that this evening yet, but I will do that tomorrow for sure, because Alaska is a great place to check out VFR. So, little sea otter, you know, that rock there is the rocks that I was talking about. There's that big rock there, so I was impressed that they got that in there. Yeah, all in all, I'm really impressed with the Redoubt Mountain Lodge scenery. There's the Redoubt volcano itself. So yeah, great flight tonight, passing our CAT-11 on the Pilot Edge network and a little bit of VFR here in Alaska. I appreciate each and every one of you that came on board with me, stuck around. If you're new here, please feel free to go ahead and follow so you can catch the next one. As always, if you've come back to see me, I do greatly appreciate it. Flying is fun, but flying is more fun when it is more than one. Till the next time, which will probably be Friday at this point, you guys all take care and stay safe, and we will see you guys all later. We will, let's see, who do we have? Let's head over to Sim Caesar, say hello to him. And let's shut down here. Flaps up, lights off, G5 going off. Mixture to lean. Maxed off. Master to off. Alright. Scotty, thanks for tagging along, buddy. Appreciate you. And you guys all take care. We'll see you later.